PD, how do you feel? What's your pain on a scale 1 to 10? Typically when a doctor asks a lot of veterans that, they say, 3 or 4, normal. And the doc's like, no, 0 is normal, dude. What's going on? And we think about pain in a different way. It manifests physically a lot because we get a little dinged up on the way. But today is Memorial Day, and we think about the ultimate sacrifices people make. And I kind of want to put it in perspective, if I can. For those of us that haven't really been interested in conflict and violence and doing things like that, just my personal experience with it, I wanted all the smoke. After 9/11, I enlisted and had plans to go to special whatever, programs, whatever they were, special operations, special projects, and I got in. And I did my first deployment, and I felt the fear, I saw the fear, and it messed me up. I couldn't function. I was messing up stupid things, and I was trying to figure out how to deal with it and be operational. And finally I just realized that you got to get comfortable with the fact that you might die, like right now. And I did, and I became completely comfortable with it. I embraced it. I actually had a lot of fun with it, and after that it was perfect, and I excelled. And in doing so, I think that I didn't really lose any self-preservation, but I didn't reserve a lot of it. I was a lot more willing to stick it out there to see if it got cut off, and it didn't. That wasn't always the case. So this time last year, I did Memorial Day in Hawaii. It was called A Celebration of Life. It was a program that they do for all the locals, all the islanders, and it wasn't just for veterans. Your kids could send pictures of their puppies and their kitties and their parakeets, and what they did was they build these little boats, and they put a candle in the middle, and you write all these names, and you send them out to sea. It's a beautiful ceremony. And I was actually with one of my wife's friends. We went down to one of the tables, and we were filling out papers, and decorating everything. She's doing drawings and putting down names and everything, and I'm just trying to remember all the names. So I'm writing down names, and I've got like 3 pages of names, and they were like, okay, it's time to go. And I still hadn't put all the names down. I felt somebody looking at me, and she was looking at me kind of funny, and she was like, holy shit, like, it's a lot of names. And so it hit some of us a little different, It's a little heavy sometimes, but what we need to remember is these men and women, they did the work, and they weren't playing. They made the ultimate sacrifice for me and you and your mom and your dad and them. They made it. They made the ultimate sacrifice. They paid a price, and the price they paid wasn't so you could be sad about it. So stay salty. Love you, mean it.